Hi, good evening, everyone. In today's session, we will go ahead and we will take one of the chapters of Delhi University Semester 2 MME paper, okay? And the chapter that I'm going to go ahead and take today, that is going to be chapter number 15 from Sydsaeter and Hammond. The name of the chapter that we have, that is basically functions of several variables. So we will take this chapter called functions of several variables. And in this, what we are going to go ahead and do, beta, is that we are going to take the first section and we are going to talk about what is function of several variables. And we're also going to go ahead and see what kind of questions can come from this paper. Okay. Now, when I say function, what is a function? A function is basically so when we've already done in the last semester what function of a single variable is. So when I say y is a function of x, it means that when you assign some value to x, जब x को कुछ value देते हो, then you get a corresponding value of y. So when you assign some value to x, you get some value in y. This is what function of a variable is. Now, when I say z is a function of x and y, it means when I assign some value to x and y, I will get some value of z, right? When I assign some value to x and y, I will get some value of z. But beta, what values of x and y can I assign? कौन सी वो values होंगी जो मैं assign कर सकती हूँ? कुछ भी तो assign नहीं कर सकते ना? I can only assign those values which are part of my domain. Domain मतलब x और y कौन सी values ले सकते हैं? So I can only assign those values which are part of my domain. So function f, right, of two variables x and y, when I talk about the function is basically with domain D. I must define. So you must define domain D. So you have to go ahead and tell कि अच्छा अगर x और y ये values लेगा तो correspondingly z क्या values लेगा, that becomes the function. So z is a function of x and y. Wait, let's take the first example. This is example 15.1. So you are given that there is a function and this function given to you is 2x plus x square y cube. And it is asking you give the different values of the function for the corresponding values of x and y, f10, f01, f minus 2, 3, f a plus 1, b. ये सारी values को you have to go ahead and define. तो शुरू करते हैं. What is going to be f of 1, 0? इसका मतलब ये हो गया that x is going to take the value of 1. That this means that x will be 1. And this means that y will be 0. So x will be 1 and y will be 0. This is what this means. So what will we do, beta? The function given to us, f of xy, the function given to us is 2x plus x square y cube. X will take the value 1 and y will take the value 0. So instead of x, I will put the value as 1. And instead of y, I will put the value as 0. So what will happen? This will be 2 plus 1 into 0. This will be 2. So the value of the function that you will get in this case will be 2. Next question karo beta khud se. Find out the value of the function at 0, 1. So the value of the function at 0, 1, it means that x will take the value 0 and y will take the value 1. So beta, this will be 0 plus 0 into 1. That means 0. So the answer to this question will be 0. Take the next part now. So it says Find the value of the function at -2, 3. So the value of the function at -2, 3 will be 2. Instead of x, put -2. Instead of x, put -2. Instead of y, put 3. So what will happen? 2 into 2 is -4, plus -2 whole square is 4. 3 into 3 is 9, into 3 is 27. So 27 into 4 is 108. And this is -4. So this will be 104. So the value of the function will be 104. Take the next part, beta. Find the value of the function at a plus 1, b. So this is going to be 2. Instead of x, you will have a plus 1. Instead of x, you will have a plus 1 whole square into b whole cube. Is this clear? So beta, this is going to be 2a plus 2 plus a plus 1 whole square. I will just keep it as it is. There is no need to open. This is the answer, right? So therefore, beta, the answer to this question is this. So I hope this is clear to you. What is function of several variable? You give some value to x and some value to y, and correspondingly you get some value of z. Then this is function of several variable. Clear hai? अच्छा जी, एक और question ले लेते हैं. Let's take one more question for the day. So supposedly it is given to you that x, it represents the milk consumption. Right? And it says P is the price of milk. And it says R is the income of family. Then it is given to you, beta, that x is a, r to the power 2.08 upon p to the power 1.05. So this means that x, which is the demand of the milk, is affected by the income of the family and is also affected by the price of the milk. So we can say that x, which is the demand of the milk, is a function of the price and income, right? If you see, the income is coming in the numerator. So when income increases, the demand of good x should increase. And when price increases, it's coming in the denominator, na? The demand of x should decrease. So when x, when income increases, x increases. When price increases, x decreases. This beta, this is therefore function of two variables. Demand of x is a function of two variables, price and income. Clear ho gaya ye baat? Let us take one more example. Example number 3. तो इसमें हम क्या कह रहे हैं? We are taking any Cobb-Douglas function. But a Cobb-Douglas function बहुत important होते हैं from the intermediate microeconomics point of view. So I am taking a Cobb-Douglas function f of xy, and this is written as this: a x to the power alpha, y to the power beta. Such functions are called Cobb-Douglas function. ठीक है? Cobb-Douglas function have these property that, you will talk about this in microeconomics, that they represent well-defined indifference curves also. अभी नहीं समझना इस बात को, but बाद में ये बहुत ही useful रहेगा. So for example, let us take an example. I will take the same example beta that I did above. इसी example को मैं Cobb-Douglas form में लिखूंगी. So what will I do? I am given that x is a r to the power 2.08 upon p to the power 1.05. So beta, can I rewrite this as a r to the power 2.08 p to the power minus 1.05? So this is nothing but r to the power some alpha and p to the power some beta. यही तो वो हो गया. R to the power some alpha and p to the power some beta. So here also it means the same thing, that since this is a negative power, there is an inverse relationship between x and p. Inverse relation between x and p. And this is a positive power. So there is a positive relationship between x and r. So ये Cobb-Dog list हो गया, but this is also a multivariable function. Is this clear? So a multivariable function, what have we understood by now? A multivariable function is any function such that it is a function of more than one variable. Like here, demand is a function of income and prices. Like here, demand was a function of income and prices. Like here, Z was a function of X and Y. So all of these beta are multivariable function. I hope this is clear to you. This is the first part that we have gone ahead and done. Now, ये जो two variable में हमने लिखा है, we can also go ahead and write it in n variable. So यहाँ पर till now we just represented Z as a function of X and Y, right? But I can have it as an n variable also. So it can be that Z is a function of x1, x2, and so on till xn. So then Z will be called as a function of n variable. दो की जगह पे अब n variable हो गए ना, so Z will be called as a function of n variable. और जहां जहां पे ये x1, x2 till xn defined होंगे, whatever will be the domain of this, accordingly Z will be defined, right? So we can go ahead and we can take this concept in tomorrow's, in the next class, where we will go ahead and look at function of n variable. Today we have looked at function of 2 variable. In the next class, I will look at function of n variable.